our customers. A very warm welcome to our customers in this session where CoBank will be conducting a webinar today on the treasury solutions for our MSMEs and our business customers. So we'll have a session starting immediately. And before we do that, I want to advise Lois Kalanja to start us with a word of prayer. Lois, if you can hear us, please pray for us as we start. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter, and welcome our very esteemed customers to today's webinar. Let's pray so that we can start. Dear Lord, we thank you for your grace, which has been sufficient for us this far. Thank you for our customers who have been able to join us today. I pray as we proceed with the session, give us a very exciting session where they can learn and also they can see opportunities for growth in their businesses. And also we as a bank, as we impact and help them to grow their businesses, we pray that, Lord, you may continue giving us the grace. This we pray, trusting and believing. Amen. Back to you, Peter.
Amen. And thank you so much, Lois. Yeah, again, a warm welcome to our customers. Thank you so much for joining in good time for this webinar. That's the webinar for our business customers. And we are excited to have you as we have this discussion on the treasury solutions that we have for MSMEs. Karibuni sana. You can see we have good numbers that have joined already. And as we progress, I know there are so many who will be joining, and we are glad to have you here. So in terms of the agenda for the day, so we want to have a discussion and we want to have a training on the treasury solutions for our MSMEs. If you go to the next slide, Felice. So we'll be having the presentation in terms of the treasury solutions that we have. And just to say that we'll have a bit of economic outlook in terms of what is happening currently as a country in terms of the economy, what opportunities that are there, and of course, then what solutions do we have as a bank to our MSME customers or our business customers. And we are glad because we'll be taken through by a team from our treasury department. We'll be having the treasurer for the bank, and that is none other than Mutahe Karuolo. She's our head of treasury, and she'll be, of course, introducing her team. I know there is Faris Mutiso and there is Anwar Mohammed. I know they will be presenting together. So yeah, we'll be having that training. And then the next part of the training is a presentation on one of the solutions that we have continued to champion and to support our customers who are in business. And that is what we are saying, the CoBank MSME packages, which I'll also briefly take us through. And then after that, we'll be having a question and answer session after the presentation. So we'll be starting immediately. As you've seen, I will be taking 1.5 hours. So we want to end at around 12:30. So we'll be having 1.5 session, and we want to invite you to work with us in this training so that we can learn from each other. So let's take advantage of that time. So in terms of important information on the ground rules, you'll notice that our videos and our microphones are muted just to make sure that we don't have interruptions. And we have a very seamless session. So, and then after that, we also encourage us to use our chat for comments. There's a chat box down there, written chat. Use it to give us comments, give us feedback, give us reactions. Any question that you have, we'll be able to pick it there and we'll be able to respond. There are also reaction icon down there that you can also use to communicate to us. You can give us a thumbs up, you can give us a clap, Yeah, you can even give a smiley face. We'll be happy to have that session. And above all, we also want you to really enjoy this session. It's a 1.5 session that we want to enjoy as we also learn. So before we start, before I invite the presenters, I can already see there are people who joined quite early enough. Maybe if, yeah. So I advise that we use the chat box down there again to know where you're coming from. We want to know your name, maybe what, where you are in terms of the town or the city or the region that you are in, and we'll be glad to know what will be your expectation for you in this particular webinar. So maybe you can use it to just give comments. We'll pause for 1 minute or so, just to pick your name, to know where you are and what is your expectation. Thank you. Thank you, Deman from Adiriba. And welcome. See, we have already started to chat. Xavier Wamalwa, karibu sana. Thank you so much, Nelson from Kiambu, karibu. Victoria from Ruiru, thank you so much for joining. Jonah Cheliot from Joro, asante sana. Deman, I see you. Thank you for that comment. Daniel Gori, again, welcome. I saw you last time from Longata Logai, karibu sana. Kibet, karibu sana. Dan, all the way from Malalal. We are glad to see all of you. Wycliffe from Ahero, thank you so much for joining. I can see that you're very consistent in joining our webinars. Benson from Wingi, karibu sana. Beldin from Busia, karibu sana. Quite many, and good to see that we have joined in good time. Paul from Eldoret, I see you and I'm happy to see all of you. Oscar from Kitale, Henry from Mombasa, karibuni sana. Simon from Nairobi, and Jerry, you joined quite early all the way from Syokimau. We are glad to see you. Dick Ndungo from Thika. Yeah, I know you joined in good time, and we'll be happy. We are happy to see you. So we continue to chat. We'll continue to use that chat box, to give our comments. I know they are coming fast and furious. Thank you so much for joining good time. I think we're almost 100, and we just started. So guys, we really appreciate. So at this point, I want to to go into it, and just as I said, we've been saying that we want to learn on how we support our customers, especially when it comes to the foreign currencies. You want to purchase dollars, you want to purchase euros, you want to purchase GBP. We as a bank, I think we are very keen in terms of supporting you and other solutions that we have from the Treasury department. We are happy to see you because we'll be having a very good session. So I want to invite the trainers for the day so that they can come in and share what they have, what they offer to business people, and any question and any feedback will be ready to give them, and we'll be also glad to also share their contacts later in the day so that then you can get the support that you need. So at this point, I want to invite the treasurer for the bank. I normally say she's a Ukuli attorney for the bank because she controls our treasury department, and she has a team there that they will be training together. So we want to invite Mutahe Karuoro to take over and invite her team as well. Thank you, Mutahe. Karibu.
Thank you, Peter. Asante sana. And good to meet you, our esteemed customers from all over the country. It's a pleasure to meet you now that we can't meet physically, but it's a pleasure to be part of this MSME.
Mutahe,
yes?
Sorry, Mutahe, sorry, there seems to be a bit of some echo or background noise. Maybe you want to check if your team have logged in or possibly they have muted. So yes, but maybe you can proceed. There was a bit of feedback. Yeah, you can proceed.
Okay. Is this better?
Still a bit of background noise that was not there, but you could proceed. You could proceed. We could still hear you. Proceed.
Okay. So what is Treasury Department? Is it similar to the National Treasury? In some aspects, and in some aspects, no. Unlike Ukur, I don't have rights to print money. And it may come as a surprise. We also do not physically have access to the money that you deposit in the branches. So what exactly do we do as a Treasury Department, and not or any other Treasury Department in any bank? So we mainly manage the bank's liquidity and capital. So the same way we as a bank assist you, our customers, to manage your money, as Treasury Department, we manage the bank's money. So essentially also your money, just that not directly, but indirectly. So how do we manage this money as a Treasury Department? One, we invest to ensure that we gain returns from the excess funds that we may have. Two, we also conduct foreign exchange activities to basically cushion the bank from any risks that may arise from your purchasing or sale of foreign currency. We also do relationship management. So I'm sure some of you may know the team in the department. So they are part of Treasury Department, and we engage with you as our customers. We engage with other banks locally and globally, and we also engage with corporates in Kenya. So karibu to Treasury Department. We're a team of about 13 people. So 13 people who do all this for you and for the bank. So on the presentation today, I have Faris Mutiso, who is the head of retail and MSME relationship management for Treasury. And I also have Anwar Mohammed, who's the head of trading for Treasury Department. So he's the one who sells and buys dollars. So when you're asking dollar bei gani, that's Anwar, and he shares the same with Faris Mutiso, who also prices you. So what will we cover today? Now, as I had mentioned, we interact with banks globally and locally. And we interact in the global market, not only the Kenyan market, but also the global market, whether in US or Europe or Asia. We're also part of that market, even as much as we are located in Kenya. So we have to look at various factors that govern or that help us to make wise decisions on how to invest and how to manage the bank's money. And the end result basically protect your deposits. So from our presentation, we'll definitely give you a global outlook, what is happening in the world, because what is happening in the world will more or less affect us. I know most of you must have engaged in, was it Biden, was it Trump? I'm sure. So it's the same way even in the market. We'll also share with you a bit of our local market in terms of the inflation. Where is it going? Is it rising? What's causing it? What are the risks going forward for our country? The exchange rate, interest rates from a money market perspective, where treasury bill rates, and how can we also help you invest your money wisely. We'll also look at the budget, because the country's budget basically determines where the government is willing to spend money, and also which will also guide you and us where to also invest our money in the future. And definitely we'll talk about our solutions to you as our customers. What services do we offer, and how can you access our services? So karibu sana, and I hope you enjoyed the session. We might ask you a question, a small quiz, to just find out, were you paying attention? And there'll be a small gift or a small token to whoever gets it right. So santi sana, karibu Mutiso.
Anwar, you're muted. Maybe unmute yourself. Thank you.
Karibu sana customers wetu, and thanks so much Mutahe and Mr. Ndumia. My name is Anwar Mohammed. Actually, I'm the head of trading, and I will be able to show the economic highlights. So, nitajaribu hata kuongea na Kiswahili, although tazichanganya. So, tukiangalia economic growth, tutaona globally, tumeona with the pandemics, market imeanza kugain. Tunaanza kuona kama the purchasing market index, that is kama ni demand, watu wameanza kununua. You can see the vaccine has been very positive taken, but although globally market has been katikati, tunaona kuna countries where the percentage has increased to 50%, although Africa we are still behind, but it's showing positive signs where people are getting more. Then the global trade, tunaona kwa trade biashara imeanza kurudi. Tunaona compared to 2020 March, wakati biashara ilikuwa chini, kila kitu ilikuwa imefunga. Sasa tunaona customers wameanza kufungua. Like last week we saw UK economy opening up, and hizi mambo ya lockdown zinachanganywa kidogo. They are trying to open the market. Then commodity pricing, that is oil prices and copper, the others, we are seeing actually prices going up on the global market. This can be seen as positive compared to pre-pandemic, before Corona, where biashara ilikuja ikawa vizuri, wakati ya Corona ikashuka. Sasa hii tena imeanza kurudi. Tunaona oil prices imepanda sasa 70 per barrel in June compared to April. So this shows actually the element of demand and supply. So the demand is becoming more than the supply. Tukirudi nyumbani tutaangalia inflation. Inflation, it shows your purchasing power. So if inflation right now for the month of June, vitu zimepanda bei. So tunaona inflation is at 6.3 compared to 5.9 in May. This has been actually driven by food and fuel pricing. Food, wakulima tunajua mvua imepotea, baridi ndio mingi, especially Nairobi and the other side of the country. So we have seen actually seasonal rain has ceased over several parts of the country. At the same time, this really affects agriculture. So livestock also, it has been affected. Tunaona wanyama, when there is no rain, there is no grass, then we'll have the production will not be that nice. But at the same time, on Brent prices, although the Brent prices went up to 73, tuliona government, juzi ERC were able to issue the new pricing for actually from 14 to next 13. They didn't increase the pricing. That means there was a subsidy. As such, although the global prices have gone up, they're able to retain the price. So Kenya shilling, that is where we play. Kenya shilling, we can see shilingi pia imekuwa stable kiasi. Tunaona it has been averaging around 107.7, 108 level. This actually has been impacted by the demand of shillings at the same time as the supply. As explained earlier, the element of demand and supply always works out for these currencies. I can give an example of, let's say, stocks in the market. wakati demand iko juu, hata kama ni viazi bei itapanda juu. Wakati supply iko mingi kuliko demand, utaona inashuka. So what is driving this demand? Tutapata economy inafunguka, tunapata kama customers, they are importing more. They expect, actually there is light at the end of the tunnel, so we expect more business to come by. So utapata kuna customers right now, they are buying dollars, expecting to get better returns in future, actually by buying products from China. Then the economy also is doing well. This can be seen from the interest rates. We have seen actually there is so much liquidity in the market, where the short-term papers, that is the T-bill, that is 91-day T-bill, 182-day T-bill, and 364. Currently, the 91-day T-bill is trading at 6.8, 182 7.3, and 364 7.5%. The government, actually for the month of July, they received huge inflows. That is, IMF were able to give us 410 million, World Bank giving us 750 million, and the Eurobond 1 billion. This shows actually there is positive sentiment outside there for that country. So also the government continue borrowing from the local market. You can see this, they were able to reopen the 15-year bond and 25 years. They were able to get 116.9 when they were looking for 60. So that means many people are there ready to give our government loans. We go back to the budgets. I hope siwapeleki mbio sana. When you look at the budgets, the biggest beneficiaries have been the Big Four agenda. So if somebody can be able to just list the Big Four agenda, I think you'll be able to get a gift or so. So on the chart, somebody can put the Big Four agenda, the first person. On the Big Four agenda, we can see the biggest being food security, affordable housing, affordable healthcare, and manufacturing. So we can see from the budgets, compared to previous year, the biggest beneficiary was actually housing development. That is 150%. Then closely followed by fisheries, development and management. Then we also have the power generation and livestock management. We just go to the breakdown. So on agriculture, rural and urban planning, the allocation to the agricultural sector is up by 11% compared to previous year. That means the allocation is 48 and 45%. Then we go to energy, infrastructure, and ICT. The government infrastructure road drive is set to continue with allocation of 1%. You can see everywhere right now, they're building roads from this Nairobi superhighway, where actually it's predicted to be end by February 2022. Then housing development allocation is set to jump by 150 compared to previous year. This is actually one of the most affordable housing on the Big Four agenda. Then projected projects around ICT infrastructure development, that has allocation of 22%, and activity around power generation and transmission, this is 32%. On health sector, we know actually this has been the biggest beneficiary of this COVID period, where we have seen like every county having a new hospital, or there is a place where they're trying to increase infrastructure. So national referral services allocation jumped by 11% from the current economic financial year, as the demand surges up in the current financial year due to the COVID. Education sector, we have seen actually being affected, with most universities closing down some of their branches. With COVID, some branches have been, students have been out of classes, they have gone into online classes. So we have seen the biggest drop being 12%. Primary education sector also down by 6%, and secondary by 5%. Public administration and international relations, according to the data, You can see the growth allocation will must be 85% to the capital expenditure, and that is 32.8 billion. And maritime, that is 24.3. This in line with previous understated debate on transport. COVID. In the financial year budget, the government has set aside 26.6 billion for post-COVID-19 economic stimulus. So this will enhance, that is 8.6 for enhancing liquidity in business. That is why we have been seeing actually more restructuring being done and the government trying to support business, because it has not been so nice for most businesses, as they are actually with facilities going around. Some of them have been able to go under, and we are trying to recover. Then we have 6.4 billion for improvement of education outcomes. Then 7.4 billion for improved environment, water, sanitation. 1.97 for agriculture and food security. As we understand, actually, this is where most of us are there, where agriculture has been a backbone of this economy. Then 1.2 billion for health, interns, and 1 billion for Kenya Wildlife to engage in community scouts. The available data, actually, when you compare to previous years, we are seeing actually there was growth in 2020 compared to 2019 on agriculture. Then there was a decline. This actually can be explained by seeing some of the manufacturing industries closing shop, and some of them have been able to cut on productivity. This was actually explained from March 2020 when COVID came in. Some of them were forced to close. Then construction has been up by 16.2. This can be explained when people are working from home, and there is also the element of people are having more time. So whatever really little they have, they're putting in construction. Then wholesale and retail, actually this has really been affected. You'll see the curfew timings where people are closing early, so they're not having more time selling to their customers, and this has really affected the market. Accommodation and restaurant, with total lockdown, we saw hotels closing totally and stuff. Actually, there was some heavy layoffs. These have really affected. You'll see most hotels have closed, totally have closed. So that shows 57.9. Transport and storage, it has not been left behind. Also, there was a drop to 2.9 compared to 7.6. Same to information and communication, financial and insurance. Public administration went up to 9.6. Real estate marginally lower, 5.3. Education, that is where it was big. There was a big hit to negative 41.9, where, as explained earlier, most of the schools have closed. At the same time, you'll find the few which were there, they were not able to offer due to total lockdown, or they're trying to minimize their operation. Health came up by 5.6 marginally, but overall GDP for the country actually went lower by 1.1%, negative 1.1%. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anwar. And I know there is a question that you had already asked. I know Faris is becoming with the solutions that we have. So as you continue, there is a question that you had asked Anwar on what are the big four agenda for the bank, and you promised gifts. I think a number of customers have already participated in response. So and I think they are all correct. Evelyn Okech, yeah, there's some, there's Miriam Kulomba, and who else? Fulahi. Yes, the Fulaha, Jael Mwangi, they have all responded. Infrastructure, of course, the affordable housing, healthcare, food security. So yeah, so I think you want to prepare the gifts, share with me. I'll be able to contact them after this and be able to give them. So thank you so much for that update. I know now you're coming with Faris to say, as a bank, then with all the opportunities that are there, what do we as a bank have to support now our customers, especially from the treasury point of view. So I want to invite Faris to pick it up and take us through the next session to say what support do we give our customers, especially the sectors that you have talked about. Then what solutions do you have from the Treasury Department? So Faris, up to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Thank you for the insights given by Mtai and Anwar. Well appreciated. As we go into the solutions, first and foremost, we also appreciate that the market is warming up to more business, and we would like more support from our esteemed customers. So straight to the solutions. One, we have the money market solutions. With the money market solutions, how do we save what we have, what we really have, or the extra which we have? Ile extra tuko nayo tunawekaje mzuri? Ya kwanza, we have the fixed deposits. Hapa ni pale unaweka pesa kwa muda fulani. Let's say unaweka, let's say miezi 3, miezi 6 au mwaka moja. Hiyo unajua kwa ile miezi 3 inakuja sitashika hiyo pesa. Wanga iko na interest kidogo, iko na interest mingi kidogo, unlike ikiwa iko tu kwa servicing account. So that's the fixed deposit account. Then we have the call deposit account. With the call deposit account, hapa ni pale unajua uko na pesa, hujui utatumia within the next mwezi moja, miezi 2. So unasema kuliko ikae bure kwa servicing account, acha tu niweke kwa call deposit account. Napata faida mingi kidogo kuliko ikiwa kwa servicing account. Then we have the government securities. Cooperative kama bank, sisi tunasaidia wateja wetu kununua treasury bills na treasury bonds. So pale unataka kununua treasury bill na treasury bonds, unaweza visit any of our branches, tutakusaidia kununua the government securities. That's on the money market solutions. Then we go to the forex solutions. With the forex solutions, we usually have a number of solutions. We can start with the foreign currency account. With the foreign currency account, this is the account which usually assist our customers to open. They usually majorly on the dollar, euro, Great Britain pounds. Why? Because let's say we have a customer, at the time he's receiving the funds, let's say the market is at a rate of 106, and after with time it ended due. It doesn't want to utilize the funds now, so anaweza kuja akashikilia pesa yake. With time rate ikipanda anauza. It's a way of holding on to your funds. Ile ingine, let's say you're receiving dollars from Uganda, you have to buy things in China in dollars, so you also hold the value of your currency. Instead of you receive dollars into Kenya shillings, then from shillings again send dollars. So those are some of the benefits of the foreign currency account. But whenever you feel you have inflows in, let's say, Canadian dollars, Swiss franc, and you can show that you actually have inflows in those currencies, then you can also open your foreign currency account in that currency. The second one is foreign currency cash. As a bank, we deal in 7 currencies in cash. That is, we can buy from you or we can sell to you. This is the United States dollar, the Great Britain pound, that is the GBP. We have the euro, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, Swiss franc, and the South African rand. With these currencies, we can sell to you and you can buy from us. So you come with your shillings, we can give you these currencies. Or you come with these currencies, we can buy from you and give you Kenya shillings. Third one is on the incoming SWIFT. SWIFT is usually an acronym, short word for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. With SWIFT, this is where we say you can receive foreign funds from abroad. Let's say from your children abroad, from your suppliers abroad. So as a bank, we usually encourage receiving funds from abroad. We usually have a number of international relationships. This is what we call the nostro relationships. With the bank, we have like 14 relationships internationally. So dealing with around 14 currencies internationally. We'll support exporters, people who are receiving funds from abroad. They might be diaspora customers or receiving funds from diaspora customers, international investors, and also if let's say we have parents from abroad who want their children to come into Kenya for studies, we'll support on education. Fourth one is on outgoing shifts. This is where we are sending money abroad. With the SWIFT is basically sending money from one account to another account, both for incoming and also outgoing. So for the outgoing SWIFTs, we'll support our customers send money abroad. Maybe they are sending money to China to buy goods, hardware goods. Maybe they are buying their vehicle units from abroad. We'll support you. Maybe you are sending money out for medical purposes. The manufacturers to buy raw materials, traders and importers. So we'll support you in sending the money abroad. Then we have RTGSs. RTGSs, basically with RTGSs, with the central bank is supporting us transfer how many currencies? 7 currencies within Kenya or the region. That is the Kenya shillings, Uganda shilling, Tanzanian shilling, Rwandese franc, the euro, and the euro. So you'll find basically, let's say if it is for the dollar, you can pay somebody through an RTGS from maybe Cobank to KCB within Kenya. You can also pay within Uganda, within Tanzania, and within Rwanda. We also have the local foreign currency checks. This is where you find you receive a dollar check, a dollar, euro, GBP check from I&M, KCB, Equity, or even from Cooperative Bank, and you have to deposit into your Kenya shillings account. So as a bank, we support clearing of those checks because we also being supported by our central bank. Then we have the USD Bankers Check. For the USD Bankers Check, this is a product we introduced specifically for the importers, where importers, they bring goods into the country in a container. It comes to the internal container depot, but they don't want to offload at the internal container depot. They want to offload at the comfort of their premises or office. So with that, they'll have to give a security to the clearing and forwarding firm, and the security is a USD Bankers Check. They'll tell you, give us a USD Bankers Check for this amount of dollars. So if you bring this USD Bankers Check, then they'll give you the freedom to go with the container, offload at your premises. Once you bring back the container, they'll give you back your USD Bankers Check. If you don't bring back the container, then they'll cash that USD Bankers Check. So for us, we would like the importers to be supported seamlessly. So whenever you ask us a security for a USD Bankers Check, you can visit any of our branches. We'll support you with that. We have the foreign currency loans. Cooperative Bank will support our customers with the loans as long as you show you have receivables in foreign currency. This one will also assist you invest locally or internationally. Trade finance, the bank will support you. Do your trade finance transactions. This is through letters of credit, the international guarantees, so that you ensure you get the right quality and quantity of goods. This one will support you with the trade finance products. From a treasury perspective, you also have over-the-counter transactions. This is where let's say you receive visitors who are coming into the country for a very short while, maybe or two. They can't open an account with us, but they also want to be assisted with conversions of their currency. So us as a bank will assist your customers to convert their dollars, their euros, their pounds, those currencies are dealing in cash, as long as they are within the country. So that means if a customer doesn't have an account with us, wants to convert the currencies we deal in cash into shillings, or from shillings into that foreign currency, then we can support your visitors. The same applies not only visitors, even the tourists. If once the season is on, I don't know, maybe now there might be some visitors who are coming into the country. They want to convert some of their funds, then we can support that. How do we deliver on our solutions? I know the world is going digital. The first thing is on digital. Us as a bank, we are requesting our customers, we go digital. We don't have to go to the branch to be served. If we are able to go digitally, then that one will be a plus. So, because you are able to be supported from the comfort of your premises or home, both. We will call us at Treasury, or you can call the branch staff who will negotiate on your behalf, agree on a rate, and then ask for a deal number. We'll give you a deal number which will input into your Omni transaction. That is the internet banking transaction. And if we have more of this, then we'll find ourselves saving more of our time. We don't have to go into the traffic jams. We don't have to go to the branch to be served from there. We are just a phone call away. And actually, we're asking our customers, if we are able to embrace an internet banking, then we'll really appreciate our services. The other thing is also branch support. Yeah, you can always visit the relationship managers, our bankers, and they'll always negotiate for you. They'll always give you, agree with you on the rates, and then we are able to do the transactions. You can call us directly on these numbers. The first one is mine, Paris Mutiso, 0711 049 418. You also see my email, pmutiso. Second dealer is Godfrey Moridi. Number is 0711 049 634. His email address is jimoridi@gobank. Third is Elizabeth Mugo, and number is 0711 049 435. Email is emugo. The fourth one is Caroline Mola. You can get her on 0711 049 228. Email is cmola. But just for convenience sake, maybe one of us might be on leave. So instead of just doing an email to one of the dealers, you can also copy the retail and the SME unit. You'll be really assisted fast. For me, as we look at all these solutions, for the money market, for the forex solutions, we usually have default rates, which usually we share with the branches. But where you feel you have a rate in mind, or you would like to get a better rate than that, then you can always call us directly at Treasury, or you can engage with the bankers or the branch staff who can also negotiate for you. Yeah. So the bank is really adequately supported our customers using the above forex products to increase our transactions and deposits with the bank. And we look forward to you joining our list of FX customers to do our FX transactions with us. I'd say, yeah, as a bank, I'd say we're still looking to have more of you on board. And yeah, I'd say we pride by serving you as our customers. So for me is kindly share any key learnings, questions, or comments in the chat. We really appreciate to hear any comments, any input. It will also give us also an opportunity to see where can we serve our customers better, or in what mode do you feel if we serve you this way, then we really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Faris, and of course, Anwar Mohammed, for your great insights, and even to say that this is how the economy look like, and we have solutions for you, even from the Treasury solutions. And I know customers sometimes you're thinking, how do I negotiate the dollars and for the forex? And I think we have already shared some contacts down there, and I hope you pick. And again, we also have a very good network of branches that you should feel free to talk to them, and we'll be able to support you. And for Faris, I think you talked about the money market solutions, that the fixed deposit, the call deposit, the government securities that the bank supports. You've talked about the foreign currency account, foreign currency cash that also we support our customers. Of course, we support you customers in terms of sending SWIFT and also receiving SWIFT. So we have the incoming and outgoing SWIFT. We also support in terms of sending money to the local banks through the RTGS, the checks, the currency checks that we give, and the USD Bankers Checks that we also have as a bank. To say that part of what you need in terms of the transaction for the Treasury solutions, as a bank, we are well equipped to support you. So before I release you, Faris, there are two questions that have come, and I want you to possibly address before we go to the next part of the presentation on the solutions that you've talked about. So Ahmed Ali is asking, kindly provide the interest rates for the fixed deposit and the call account. And Samuel has also asked another question. Can I initiate a request to purchase government securities via COPNET? So you want to respond to those two questions before we go to the next part of the presentation. Over to you, Faris.
Okay. First one is for the fixed deposit rate. Okay, sorry. Let's go to the bond. I know with the Treasury bills, these are government securities which are issued for a maximum of 1 year. For the government bonds, these are government securities which are issued for more than 1 year. Are we together? Yeah, I've seen that question on the bonds. What else? Actually, ask for this one.
Yes, Faris.
That is Beladin Acheng. I think Beladin is well responded to you. Okay.
Faris, there is a question I've asked on the interest rates for the fixed deposits and the call account. Maybe you want to respond to that. And also, there's another question that have also come from Samuel. Can a customer initiate a purchase of government security via COPNET? So as we respond to the others, maybe put those ones. Thank you.
I'm ready for Anwar to respond to that.
Okay.
Sorry, thank you so much about the fixed deposit. I think for the fixed deposit, we have a band which can be shared from our branches. We do call deposits up to 1 year deposits. So I think, Mr. Ali, you can visit any of our branches. We'll be able to offer you very competitive rates. Thank you for that. Then, Peter, over to you.
Okay, so I think Beldin had asked what is the bid board. I think Faris had answered. Maybe we can pack for more questions as we proceed to the next presentation, and then we can come back and answer all the questions during the question and answer session. So maybe you can take us to the next slide, Faris. Yeah, and as you do that, I see your comments, Miriam, Kuloba, that the presentations by Anwar and Mutiso have increased my understanding. Thank you so much for those comments. So I think I just want to briefly talk about solutions that we have, even as we talk about the Treasury solutions. There's a question that I've seen customers ask on the capability to qualify for working capital needs, the solutions that you need for your business. And as a bank, I know a number of you are already in MSME packages, but as a bank, we have continued to champion this product because it addresses most of the needs of our customers, and especially if you're in business. We have the MSME packages that we introduced, and it comes as a package. It has quite a number of solutions that it offers to our business customers. So we want to continue to encourage those maybe who have the solution and they don't maybe bank well, that maybe you'll be losing opportunities out there. And for those who possibly don't have this solution, it's a solution that you want to visit your branch and get more details. And just to briefly talk about it is that looking at your needs in the MSMEs, and when we are talking about MSME, we are saying the micro, the small, and the medium enterprises. Looking at where you sit and what you need, then the bank have developed this solution for you. If you are in bronze, rather you're in micro, then we have this bronze solution for you that comes with solutions, other package products for you. If you are in small, then we have the silver account package that also addresses most of your needs. If you are in the higher, MSMEs, that is the medium, then we have developed a gold package for you. And all these solutions have benefits, and of course we'll be looking at those benefits as we progress. Each of them are designed depending with the level that you are in. As you continue to grow, you realize that your needs continue to grow. And if you are in as you're starting your business, then of course you are in the micro. As you continue to grow, then we put you in silver, and as you continue to grow, we take you to the gold package, and all of them have the benefits as we've been seeing in the next part of the slide. So what we're saying is that they help you in terms of, because they are cheap and they are less costly for you, and they are also tailor-made for business. These solutions addresses the specific needs for you, so they are tailor-made for business. Going to the slides for the benefits, Faris, it offers a solution under one bundle. You realize that there is a corp internet banking that we've talked about. There is that insurance part of it that you've talked about. There is that mobile loan that you're able to qualify when you are in these particular packages. And of course the unsecured facilities that you keep on requesting the bank to give. So they come as a bundle. Again, they are easy to manage. They are competitive. I think when you look at the pricing, they are quite competitive. again, what we keep on supporting you is to allocate a relationship manager in the branch to support you in terms of the needs that you have. Again, with these packages, you are able to access the trainings and the other value adds solutions that we have. And this is what we are calling the non-financial services. So this package comes with benefits, and that's why we encourage every business person who is transacting. This will be the best transaction. This will be the best solution for you. And we are able to look at you and give you, allocate the package that you are supposed to be. So going forward, what are some of these, benefits? We've talked about the payments and account management, that they are easily, you're able to pay your suppliers, buy stock, you're able to pay your bills, you're able to do your bank to bank and phone transfers, the transactions that we talked about from Faris. That you're also able to get check your balances online, because there's a COP online or internet banking that is embedded on the same. Again, you're able to establish the standing orders and the schedule payments on your own. We are again on this particular solution. They are convenient and they are secure in receiving payments. Again, they are very, very secure in terms of the way they have been developed. I think the other aspect, even as we go to the next slide, is to say that if you're in business and you want that business to continue, then there is an aspect of the bank assurance or the insurance solutions that you look at. There is a free personal accident cover or insurance cover that are with all these packages. To say if you have an accident, the next slide, Faris, if you have an accident and you're not able to do your business, then you are able to claim, and we are able to get something to take your business to the next level. So to say that the business cannot stop because you have you have permanent disability, or maybe you had an accident. So it comes as a package with a bank assurance solution as well. Then of course we've talked about the loans for the businesses. Most of us who are here have benefited from the e-loans that we've talked about. You've benefited from maybe unsecured facilities. You've appreciated the other working capital, the asset finance that we have, just because you are transacting. And the game changer here is to bank well, pay other loans, and then you can get, I think with this one, the sky is the limit for you in terms of you growing. So as we proceed, then we have other solutions, of course, the term loans, the overdrafts, the asset finance. Just by banking with us, without even security, and this is one of the questions that have been asked several: how can I get facility without a collateral? Then bank well. I think this is a good solution for us to continue to benefit from the asset finance and other unsecured facilities. So I think we want to encourage us, even as we continue to to do business, that it's good to have the right solutions for this business. And I think Core Bank have developed this product specifically for businesses. And I know there are participants who are in this forum who have really benefited from this. So I encourage, for those maybe who are not banking well, use it. Bank, or I know most of the businesses have gone down maybe because of COVID, but the little or the much that you have in your business, please let it pass through the account. Deposit through this account, because they support you to grow, and they give you the other solutions that maybe you may not get it anywhere else. So I think that is part of the questions that have come. I know we are responding to this because in the last webinar, a number say that let's talk more about our MSME packages, just for you to get clarity. And I'm sure if there are questions, we will be able to address. Then I think there's a question here from Beldin, even as we go to the next part of the question and answer. Beldin Acheng had asked, what happens if one was in silver and the business went down with COVID? Are you automatically brought down to bronze? Maybe that's a very good question, Beldin, because you don't want to to stay up there at silver, and maybe then your banking have gone down. I think one of the things we encourage is to have a sitting or an engagement with your banker or your relationship manager down there at the branch to say, these are my current trading levels. So where do I need to be? So there is that possibility that you can, yes, be upgraded upward depending with how your business is going. Actually, the essence is as you continue to grow, then you are also upgraded up there. We may not necessarily say that you be taken directly down to bronze, but we would want to assess the situation and see where you fit so that the current needs you have, then they'll be addressed by the package that you will be in. So I think it's an issue of engaging so that we know where you sit and what are the current business levels. Then we're able to see, because you might say we take you down, but then you miss out on some of the opportunities that are in silver, and yet your business have the capability to be, to be able to repay maybe that facility. So it's a conversation that we need to have with you and see where would be the best place for you. A very good question here also coming from Christus is asking, how do you know you need to upgrade to another package? Is it done automatically? I would say yes. If your business grows and you're banking well, because the levels are segmented by the trading levels or the cash flows that also come into your account, then we are able to look at these accounts and say yes, you're in bronze, but the way you are banking, we need you to be upgraded maybe to silver or to gold. Then that one can be done automatically. So, but I think the most important thing is for us to know, because they are depending with the bankings, then we are able to look at your business and know whether you need to be there. So even as you do business, it's also good to assess yourself and say, can I be upgraded to the next level? Because if you're in bronze and you're supposed to be in gold, then you might be missing out maybe some opportunities in terms of the limit that we also have. So I hope I have answered that. Then I see something on, do you do insurance financing from Franklin? A very good question again, Franklin. Yes, I would say yes. If you take an asset finance, we have IPF. IPF is insurance premium financing. So you actually automatically qualify if you take an asset finance, or you're financed for a vehicle or a truck or any movable item, then you automatically qualify for insurance premium fund. Yeah, so we finance on that particular aspect. So someone is asking, can someone whose salary passes through Corp Bank be able to access bronze package, which is the start? A very good, again, question. I would say for salaried people, they have maybe the solutions that we have for them. I know they use the salary accounts, but I would encourage, if you're in business, then you need to be in bronze. If you're in business and yes, you also are employed, you have some salary coming through, then you automatically need to open a bronze account, just because you have a business need that need to be addressed by that particular package. Of course, if you're salaried, then there are those personal loans that we also support you for salaried people. But if you have a side hustle, so to speak, you have a business somewhere, then you need to have a bronze account for this. So I think there are quite a number of maybe questions coming, and I want to go back to questions that had come from for Faris. Just a minute as I look for these questions. And well, I don't know whether you managed to respond on the issue of the bid boards. What are the bid boards coming from Belding? So you're muted, Faris.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Peter.
Yes.
For the bid bonds you've been able to respond to, that's why we say bid bonds are government securities, which are more or have a maturity of more than 1 year.
Thank you for that. So and again, we encourage our customers, again, all this information is also with the branch. Then if you want to get more details and more support, of course, we encourage that you visit the branch for that in terms of the trade solution. I've seen a question here by Daniel Gori. What percentage to cooperative bank finance on asset finance? Yeah, again, a very good question. Maybe I need to say something that the other thing that we've done in terms of the asset financing is to come up with schemes, yeah, with the dealers. So we negotiate some features that will be very easy for you to score with dealers out there, if it is Isuzu, yeah. So just to make sure that then you can qualify for for more, or you can actually contribute less. So we have up to 95% in terms of contribution from the bank, and you just contribute 5%. That is for the new vehicles. So we finance up to 95% for those, especially the ones that we've negotiated with dealers. So those would be for the trucks, for the pickups, yeah, for the lorries. So we have very good deals there, and they also come as a package. Again, they come with a working capital, so maybe you want to leverage on the same. For the used vehicles, because now these are vehicles that maybe have been used elsewhere, so the financing amount in terms of percentage would be a little bit low, maybe 70 or 80%. So it depends again on the vehicle that you are looking at. Yeah, so I see another question here. Am I a beneficiary to asset finance? Or I'm a beneficiary to asset finance thanks to CoBank. Thank you so much, Beldin. Just trying to testify that you have also benefited from some of the solutions that we give. I see another question from Michael Kipelgard here. He's saying, do you finance large scale planting, say 50 acres of cabbages? So you finance like 50%. Yes, I would say yes. Again, Michael, this is another good conversation that we have, because what we do is that we pick case by case basis. Of course, we have to understand your current business model. What is maybe the experience that you have in this sector, what you've been your customers, who are your suppliers, and so on and so forth. So yes, we want to understand you holistically, to know what could be other sources of income, so that we finance amounts that one will be very beneficial to you, and so that we don't underfinance you and we don't overfinance you. So I would say, yes, we would want to have that engagement. Michael, visit your branch, and we can have that discussion on how much we can finance you and what do you need to do so that we can also finance you. My encouragement is, let's bank all the business or the farming proceeds with us. Then that gives us an opportunity to qualify for facilities. Yes, I see another question from Gideon Muindi. He's asking, is the 95% financing applicable to machinery? For some machinery, up to maybe 80 to 90%, yes, for those that we have negotiated the schemes, but others, if they are just capital expenditure, we do 70%. But I think there are, again, an encouragement for you to contact us, and we know the specific machinery that we're able to see where it falls. So I see another question here from Robert Odhiambo. He's saying, my credit score is good, but I'm not able to access my MCOP cash loan. We would want to get these details, because if you're banking well, then there's there's no reason as to why then you should not be able to qualify for a cash loan. And should there be an issue, then we could possibly prescribe you to acquire another facility, maybe a secured facility. But I think the game changer here is it's banking. We will pick your details, Robert Odhiambo, and look at the score and why you've not been able to qualify, maybe why. So we'll be able to advise you on the same. Yeah, so I think maybe other question, maybe as far as try to pick the questions from your end. There's a question here from Caleb. Is as I had inquired earlier, sorry for taking you back, but I'm not clear on how to join any of the packages. So let me go back there. The MSME packages are basically accounts. They are accounts for business people. And you just need to visit us in the branch. Tell us that I have this business, and then we're able to ask how much are you maybe making in a day or maybe in a month, and we're able to put you to where you need to be in terms of the MSME packages. It's just it's a current account that comes with so many benefits and so many other solutions tied to them. Good. Thank you so much. Maybe Faris, if you have seen other questions from your end, you can pick as I'll be addressing this one. Yes.
The first one, there's also an inquiry on the Chinese yuan, that is the RMB. Currently, I'm able to give you a rate of 17.4. Yeah, there's also another question where one of our customers sent funds to his local currency account instead of the dollar account, and it was credited. Yeah, sorry for that error, but for me, first and foremost, you need to be very cautious with the account number you are given, because if you are sending dollars and you'd like to send to a dollar account, but erroneously sent to a Kenya shillings account, we are not able to alter the account which you've given us. Maybe the best we can do for you is just improve on the exchange rate. So for us, kindly, and all the exporters or people who are receiving money from abroad, if you are receiving dollars to a dollar account, euro to a euro account, GBP, Great Britain pound to a GBP account, ensure you've given the correct account. Otherwise, we won't be able to alter the account numbers, because these are compliance function. With time, we've noticed some of our customers are playing around with us, so that's why we are very cautious. We don't alter the account numbers. So if it is dollars coming to a dollar account, just be sure you've given a dollar account. Otherwise, if we have to reverse, then we can only improve on the exchange rate. Just be cautious on that.
Thank you, Faris. Thank you, Faris, for that clarification. Yeah.
There's another one which is coming on the credit card. Credit cards won't be in a position to assist you so much, because the rates which usually apply are the Visa exchange rates, not core bank exchange rates. So with the visas, we are basically using, or with the cards, we're using the Visa exchange rates. Thank you.
Thank you, Faris, for that comment. Christos have asked another question, a good one. Can you share the qualities of good banking, so that I'm able to know that I'm banking, I'm banking well? So I think good banking, I would say, it's banking what you are getting, the sales that you're having from your business, that natural way of banking. Don't take money from someone and deposit, because it isn't going to show a different picture from what the business is supposed to. So it's the way your business is transacting naturally, without taking any money from elsewhere to come and bank. So I would encourage to just take advantage of the solutions that we have. These days we have the COP Kwajilanis, we have the M collection solutions that we have. When you go to most of the shops, they're able to, some of the shops can actually terminate that banking or the money that you get from the Lipa na M-Pesa to your account. So I think I would say good banking is banking all the monies or the incomes that you have, taking advantage of the solutions we have for deposits. Could it be COP Kwajilan? Could it be the branch? Could it be the Lipa na M-Pesa termination for you in business? Terminate that money into your account that we have. So that will give us the true picture of your business, and it will also give us an idea of what you need to get to grow in business. So I think that one is clarified. Another good question here from Gideon Mwindi. For one to qualify for MCOP cash bank loan, should account be linked to the phone number? Yes. So I think this one is done very, very easily and very fast in the branch. If you go to the branch and the account is not linked to your mobile phone, then this one will be done very, very fast. Yes, there's a question here from Dennis Kimweli. Is it, I'm in bronze package. Can I access a business loan through my phone, or is it a must I go to COP for verification before disbursing the loan? You don't have to go to the branch. Once your account is linked to your mobile phone, then all what you need to do is to check maybe how much you're able to score, and you can use the either *667# or *557# to check maybe how much you can qualify. And you can also visit us in the branch and be able to advise you on how much you can qualify. In most cases, we are also sending SMSs to you to tell you this is the limit that you can actually be able to to get. Yeah, so those are some of the questions that you have asked. Maybe you can continue to add more. Maybe if I look to this one question that had come from Richard Koech he's saying, I am doing serious business and the business went down in 2019 due to financial challenges. I had a MCOP cash loan that went to other projects that had defaulted, but I need to continue with the business now that I can operate the account with negative. Can I operate the account with negative and borrowed money to improve on the statements? So I think my advice, as I said, even if you have a loan that is not doing well currently with us, then we are having an engagement on how to support you. Would it be a restructure of that facility? Please, let's have that conversation in the branch to know whether we need to restructure that facility, and we encourage you on how you need to bank. Because one of the things we understand for business people is that needs are always there. So you don't want to say that I'm not going to bank, because at some point you need the bank. I'll need to borrow. And we look at that, CLB, and we will also look at your repayment history, and possibly you'll be denied. So my encouragement, and we have had this discussion with so many customers, is let's see if we're able to restructure that facility so that you are able to match it to the current income levels that you have, so that then we will have we will have that capability to borrow in the near future. So I think I have answered that. So there's a question here from John Gacha. He's saying my MCOP cash loan limit is still low, regardless of return of banking after COVID, after disruption. So I think we take a period to keep on scoring, but I think I encourage you, John, to keep banking, because the score will automatically go up, and you'll start seeing some SMSs telling you that now you're able to qualify qualify for more amount. Remember, we also look at other parameters. For instance, you have maybe other existing loans somewhere else that are not paying. Then maybe we need to look at it holistically to know maybe where your score has not gone up. But provided one of the big parameter we check is your bankings. If your bankings are good, then you find your score going up. Then the other thing is, do you have other loans that are being paid or are not yet paid? So we also look at that so that the score or the engine is able to score you and put you to the limit that you need to be in. Yeah, so Faris, from your end, if you're able to pick maybe more questions, you could check. I have this question for you, Faris, from John Omare. I have observed that when our foreign current miss the account number and transfer foreign currency to Kenya shillings account, you are quick to convert immediately at low rate without asking customers who already has the foreign account, that is USD. So this has occurred very often at your rates are extremely low. Couldn't you ask the customer and maybe return the funds to be in the USD account? So Faris, address that one as we look for more questions. Thank you.
I'll say that is the one which I've actually responded to. But then where a customer has a dollar account, has a shillings account, they kind of confuse him. It's also good to get in touch with us, maybe through the branch or directly with us at Treasury, so that he can provide us with his account number. We flag, when we flag, we don't give the default rates, we give preferential rates. So if you are not sure which is the dollar account, which is the shillings account, then it's also good to give us your account so that we can flag. If the money, if let's say the dollars come to our shillings account, then we'll be able to give a preferential exchange rate, not the default exchange rates.
Thank you, Faris. Thank you, Faris, for that comment. So there's one from Anonymous Saturday. Do you do LPO financing? Yes, thank you for this. We, as a bank, we do LPO financing. Yeah, I just need to get the tender documents that you have, and we'll be more than willing to support you from our branch. If you feel that you still want to engage us and you have a tender and you want some financing, feel free to email us and we'll be able to advise you or allocate you to a relationship manager who can support you again on this. Yeah, so maybe you can send a few more questions before we close. So someone is asking, do you do asset financing for PSV vehicles and at what rate? Maybe for the interest rates, our current interest rates are still capped at 13%, and we finance the PSV. So the percentage in terms of the contribution, you contribute 70%. I mean, you contribute 30% and we finance you 70%, and we are able to finance you that. So if you're in that business again, please visit us in the branch and we'll support you. So I think yes, there's a question here from Franklin Mogoi. Do you help MSMEs access government credit schemes? Can you explain how it works? Yes, I think this is one of the other things that we're also doing as a bank, that we are one of the bank that supporting on the government credit scheme, where we are also financing the facility, and the government is supporting in terms of the guarantee. The interest rate is a little bit better because it's at 12.5%. or what we're also looking at is, again, just to understand the business model that you have. It's part of the criteria that we look at in terms of, for you to qualify, it has to be registered. And if you're in a limited company, there's that compliance certificate, maybe from the KRA, that we look at. So there are those requirements that we have. So you can also visit us in the branch, Franklin, and look out for the credit guarantee scheme requirements, and also the features of that particular product. So we also support you that in terms of that. So I think and I don't know, Moses Gitau, I know you are in the call. I don't know whether you have any comments even as we proceed to the next call to action for us today. Moses, our head of business banking. All right. I don't seem to locate you. Yeah, I see your comments, Chariot, that you're also benefiting from the same. Thank you so much. I think when it comes to the mobile facilities, most of our customers have really benefited. So before we go to the call to action, Faris and Wal, I want to invite you to make your closing remarks on the support that we give to our customers, especially on the Treasury solution. Faris, over to you.
After esteemed customers, first and foremost, I would like to appreciate the overwhelming support we've gotten from you on the Forex side. And we continue supporting you. We've ensured we made the services seamless. One, no queues on the Forex side when you're going for your Forex transactions at the branch. The other one, which I'd like to urge you, is to ensure you go digital. Digital is the way to go. That is using our internet banking platforms, because with that you'll find you are saving a lot of time, and yeah, you'll be able to do more transactions. For me, from where I'm seated, digital is the way to go. You have our contacts, unless you want cash. If it's only about transfers, let's go the digital way. In case of any queries, any inputs, you can feel free to put it under the question and answer, or you can also email us at retail and SME, so that you can make the service better. But because I say business is evolving, even as from where we are seated, once we also realize there are other opportunities outside there, we'll continue on improving on our services. Thank you.
Thank you, Faris, for that. Maybe you would want to take us back to, oh, Faris, you left. Okay, Anwal. Okay, Anwal. Okay. So as you do that, Anwal, maybe you can also take us back to where you had the contacts, so that customers can, pick the contacts in case of any need to negotiate the dollars with you. So as you share your closing remarks, maybe you can also go back to the sites that had your contacts. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Asante Sana, for your time. We do appreciate, and you can feel free to contact us anytime. Thank you. Our contacts are shared below.
Okay. As you do that, and while I think maybe you want to take us then to the very last slide on our call to action. Thank you so much. So we are so happy, our customers, and because of the questions and the engagements, I think they have they came so fast. So there are quite a number of questions. I see you, Anastasia, and see you, Beldin. We will be engaging you shortly after this, just to address maybe other issues, any questions that you have. And of course, this presentation we will share after this session. Check your emails. We will also share the recording. Please listen again so that you can get maybe the details that you possibly missed. But I think for us is to say, let's have more engagement. Again, on the discussion we had today on the Treasury solutions and the MSME packages, we encourage you to really engage us at the branch. We will be able to support you with the Treasury solutions. And of course, we've shared the contacts. Negotiate the dollars with Faris, and he will give you the best rates. And Faris, I request that for my MSME customers, please give them competitive rates. So yeah, so I'm sure you'll be getting calls when they want to purchase Forex amount, Forex from you. So continue as a bank with us and continue to tell us what are your financing needs for your business. We will support you. We have our website down there. You can pick the link and get more details. For those who want to get more details on the the packages that we have put our link down there. That of course you are able to get the details, including the features themselves. So you can also pick, but those two links, and I'm sure you get details. And of course, we're asking you to keep safe. I have seen the question coming on the presents, the gifts. I think there are around 10 customers who had answered the questions on the Big Four agenda, Faris and Wal. I encourage that we get the gifts immediately. I will be able to dispatch to my customers. I promise you that you get them, and that would be good. So we also encourage you to talk to your branch and say that I'm one of the person who responded to the questions that you asked during the webinar, and there was a promise. So we will make sure that you get it. So thank you so much, our customers. Thank you so much, our participants. I want to really appreciate Anwal and Faris Mutiso for being with us in this session and giving the insights that you've given. I know there are more details. We will continue to give more details. Our customers, you joined quite in good time. We had almost 300 customers in this session. We really appreciate you. And I can say there are those who always attend these webinars. I have noticed your names. We will continue to have these engagements. Next week, we'll be talking about the real estate. How do I invest in the real estate, and especially currently with COVID and with so many challenges. So I'll be looking for experts to give us insights on how we invest very, very well on real estate. So issues of allowed financing, again, on the mortgage, and how you want to do it, and you do it in the right way. Because again, out there are so many challenges, but we want also to share insights. Everybody wants to grow, maybe diversify business. Please look out to the next session on Thursday, same time. We'll be talking about real estate and some of the best tips. So I really appreciate all of you for joining in good time. Looking forward to have you in the next session next week. And may God bless you, and may God bless the work of your hands. Thank you so much, our customers. Asanteni sana. We want to stop here because of time, and have a very good afternoon. Asanteni.